Dr. Flight. I hope you're doing well. This is just a short video recap or update just to touch base with you as we move really into the middle of the heart of the course. The first half of the course is essentially over. This is week 8 in a 16-week course. So at the conclusion of this week, we'll be halfway through the semester. And so that's exciting and also a little scary sometimes. I know people are excited about the summer. So I want you to really make sure that as a student, you're focusing. Beautiful weather is here. So it's hard to sometimes focus on your coursework, but this is exactly the time to buckle down and do your best. So I want to just encourage you. You're doing great. So let me know if you have any questions as we go. So again, this week, week 8 is a big chapter, big piece of marketing. So much managerial marketing comes from the chapter that we have here, and this is focused on segmenting, targeting, and positioning, STP. So there's going to be a lot of videos, there's going to be a lot of information. This chapter is a very heavy chapter. So we look at some of our other chapters, and you can kind of see here we have our videos and our material that you want to look at. Also here, this week we move into spring break week next week, so there's going to be a little bit of a delay on when some of the things are due. So make sure you're watching the videos and you're keeping up with the material. As we move up here and we look, though, at our chapter summaries, you'll notice as we move down here to chapter 8, or chapter 9 rather, kind of in this process here, the materials in chapter 9 that is not due until March 10th. So again, we're still in February. We have a week for spring break. That Sunday, when you return from spring break, that's the 10th. That's when these are due. So you can choose to do them this week. You can choose to do them next week. You've got a week off essentially, but it is due the 10th of March. So I just want to kind of give you a heads up. There's a little bit of a break there, and sometimes that throws students off. Sometimes we forget that we have to come back. Again, when we look at this chapter, and you'll see this material, and we look at where we are. Remember last week we had global marketing. Global marketing is the application of our marketing activities in an international arena. So oftentimes we view these applications as growth opportunities for market growth and finding new customers in new places. Those are new markets that we're trying to reach. And so market development strategies kind of lend themselves well to international marketing. There was a Connect assignment that is associated with international business or global marketing. There's also a Connect assignment that's associated with segmenting, targeting, and positioning, this chapter 9 material. So chapter 8, 9, and 10 will sum up these 3 work weeks, if you will, before the next test. And then we're going to have a metrics assignment too. Now this metrics assignment is not posted quite yet. It will be, but it's fairly light on calculations. So a lot of the things that we do when we segment, we're looking at data, but we're looking at data that's fairly well defined. So psychographic, demographic, geographic, and behavioral types of data is what we're looking at. We'll also throw in age cohorts as a concept for our metrics this time. As we move forward. Again, not a lot of calculations there. We'll have some more calculations coming up later in the term, but that's what it'll be. That's what will be there. And again, we're not going to have this test until the 18th, March 18th, rather. So again, we're kind of early in the process for the next testing cycle. But we have this week of vacation thrown in. So a little bit of a middle deviation kind of where we are, but lots of good material. And again, can't stress to you how important this chapter is. There's a lot of material in this chapter that really is the bedrock of marketing. So make sure you're comfortable with these terms and concepts. You could spend, well, we have a course. There are courses called marketing management, and they're largely based on this chapter material. You could also throw in marketing strategy, and that course, which would be your marketing, 458 for you marketing majors, would be largely focused on some of the material you're going to cover here in this chapter. Identifying market segments, choosing the ones which are the best for us, and then positioning our product using the market mix towards those market segments. Those three things are what we deal with. Okay, so with that said, I'll wrap this up. This is, again, kind of the roundup, the information touch point, where we have an opportunity just to talk a little bit about this week coming up, or this week that we're in. And so, again, I would truly encourage you to reach out to me if you have any questions. Let me know how things are going. If you're on campus, I have office hours, but I can also schedule appointments. So, and if not, we could Zoom. So please feel free to reach out. I look forward to hearing from you, and also hope you have, if I don't communicate to you before then, I hope you have a great spring break. Thanks.